Hello everyone, I welcome you back into another episode of the Fantasy Fans Talk, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, game week 21 is done and it ends with a show of Mohamed Salah, and the other side frustrating for Tottenham again. So as usual, I'm going to be looking at how my team performed for game week 21, and then after we shall see how we are lining up for game week 22, the best captain choices and those to bring in my team. So to start with, I had Nick Pope against Chelsea and he gets 3 points. That was not so bad for my keeper. Though the other side I saw Martinez getting over 10 points, but then yeah, it is what it is. So in my defense, I had Justin, Diaz and Lucas Digne, and Justin gets only 1 point against Leicester. Robin Diaz gets 8 points. That means 6 and 2 bonus points. That was really very good. And Lucas Digne gets only 1 point. Yeah, when I looked at this game, like I said the other time, that Harry Kane was injured and I was still thinking of what I can do. So I brought in Lucas Digne thinking against Newcastle this could be a sure clean sheet, but it wasn't possible. Actually, they lost to 2-0. Then in my midfield, I had Bruno Fernandes against Arsenal, Mohamed Salah, Gundogan and Harvey Barnes. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes against Arsenal, he gets only 3 points. Yeah, it was a tight game, and like I said last time, he looks so tired. He's not the Bruno Fernandes that started up the season. And like I said last time, I'm really thinking I don't want to rush into selling out Bruno Fernandes, but I'm thinking about it because in over 5 game weeks he has not really produced that much. So the other side, I have Mohamed Salah getting me 30 points as my captain. Okay, yeah, this was really very good after a long time of captaining Mohamed Salah against West Brom, against Newcastle, and he was always blanking against, even in my double game week. Yeah, Mohamed Salah comes up against West Ham and he really pays off. I was so happy when I saw this, and even when I saw him play, like I said last time, against Tottenham, Mohamed Salah was so active. The few chances that he got, he tried to convert them, which made me believe that against West Ham he had to do something very good. This was one of my very best selection for the game week. The other side, I have Gundogan, 3 points. Yeah, Gundogan got us just 14 points the previous week, so him getting 3 points is not a very big disappointment. And then Harvey Barnes gets 8 points. Yeah, I talked about Harvey Barnes in my previous video, and I said this is one of the guys who can step up in the absence of Jimmy Vardy. And guess what? He scores a goal and even gets a bonus point. That was very good for Harvey Barnes, a player I brought in for this game week, specifically against Leeds. And yeah, he gets me 8 points. Then my striking line, I had Antonio and Bruno Fernandes and Bamford. Antonio gets only 2 points against Liverpool, and Bamford, wow, this was another excellent performance from Bamford. Yeah, I brought in Bamford in game week 17, and if you can look at his statistics against Brighton, against Spurs, against Leeds, he wasn't producing. He was only getting me 2 points and 1 point. Actually, the previous game he played and he didn't even reach the 60 minutes, but I felt like he can still do something for me. Though he was a little bit frustrating, but he pays off with over 15 points, meaning a goal, 2 assists and 3 bonus points. That was really very outstanding. Then on my bench, I had Steer, Soucek, Harry Kane and Kilman. And so after everything, Soucek replaces Cancelo, and I get over 75 points. That was very good. On my side, I was really so happy to see that, and yeah, I can still see green arrows everywhere, meaning my team is still doing well. By the time I've done this video, the average is not yet out, and the highest mark is not yet out, so I really don't know where I'm lying, but I have over 75 points. I believe I'm above average. So very first, we are going to be looking at how we are lining up for game week 22. Yeah, in my goal, I'm going to go with Nick Pope against City. When you look at Nick Pope has, in his next 3 fixtures, he has Brighton, he has Crystal Palace, though he's starting with Man City. Yeah, this in his coming other 2 games, he's likely to keep up a clean sheet, and I feel like I can't afford selling out Nick Pope because of Man City. If I've dared to go with him in Chelsea, I think I can go with him still against City. Anyway, I'm still thinking in case of anything, probably I can bring in a new keeper for the game week, but I still need Nick Pope. Then in my defense, I'll go with Cancelo, Justin, Diaz, and Lucas Digne. Cancelo didn't play the previous game, but I believe he's going to be playing the next game against Burnley, and yeah, he can get me a clean sheet. Justin against Fulham, Diaz, Burnley, and Lucas Digne. Yeah, when you look at my defense, I look safe on paper, but we shall be seeing what will happen in that game. But when I look at maybe Lucas Digne against Leeds, Leeds is a team that can come out and play against these small teams, average teams, and yeah, they always show up like they did today. So in my midfield, I have Bruno Fernandes still, Mohamed Salah, Gundogan, and Javi Barnes. Yeah, I'm still going with my midfield. Like I said, Bruno Fernandes is a little bit frustrating. I'm still thinking. I've done just this video immediately after the last game of Tottenham, and yeah, I'm still weighing, looking around who best can replace Bruno Fernandes for the moment, because when you watch him play, he doesn't look promising. We thought of penalties, that because he was always countable when it came to that, but then of late it's not happening that way. Like Manchester United is no longer getting penalties. So Mohamed Salah still against Brighton, Gundogan, and Javi Barnes, they all look nice on paper, and we shall see what will be happening in the game. Yeah, Gundogan has produced results, has produced nice points in his previous 3 games, and he can still produce against Burnley. Burnley is a defensive team, but then I believe City is trying to be back at where we know City is, so they can still break them down. Javi Barnes has in Leicester, Javi Barnes has the most shots taken in the box. So with all those shots that he keeps taking in the box, I believe that he can still score big against Fulham. Yeah, the same thing I was talking about last time. Concerning Javi Barnes and Maddison, who best to bring in the team. When you look at Maddison shoots from out, and then you don't expect this to happen every time. Yeah, and with Javi Barnes, he can shoot from out and in the box. So that's why I opt for Javi Barnes in the place instead of Maddison. My striking will still have Antonio and Bamford. By the time I've made this, Bamford has only 75% chances of playing, but he's playing against Everton, a team that conceded 2 against Newcastle. So I don't feel like taking him out for now. Like I've said, I've made this video before, just immediately after the game, and I'm still thinking, if possible, if I see that Bamford is not really well, I'll just put in Sushek in his place. This is one of the advantages of having a bench which has players that can play. Elsewhere, I wanted to sell out Harry Kane, but then I have to still keep him around until when I see his return date and everything. So very first, we are going to be looking at the best captain choices, those on my team and outside my team. Yeah, so to start with, my the number one captain choice is Mohamed Salah against Brighton. Yeah, Brighton has managed to put up a nice performance against Tottenham, but then this is Mohamed Salah against Brighton at home after having put up a nice performance against West Ham. And Mohamed Salah, when it comes to these small teams, he really beats them, and I believe he's going to do the same against Brighton too. I don't have Raheem Sterling on my team, but if at all you have Raheem Sterling, you can go ahead and captain him. Burnley played against City and in their first leg, and they conceded over 5 goals, so it can still happen. The other captain choice can be Bruno Fernandes against Southampton, if you really still believe in Bruno Fernandes, because at one point you can lose hope, but then you feel like it's coming very soon. Yeah, against Southampton tends to defend, but we saw Southampton against Aston Villa. Yeah, they eventually opened up and they scored them a goal, though they tried their best to get back, but it wasn't possible. Then my last captain choice can be Calvert-Lewin against Leeds. Yeah, I know this is an away game, but then Leeds, as we've always said, Leeds tends to open up and they tend to take in a lot of goals. Hopefully, if you have Harvey Barnes too, you can think of captaining him against Fulham. Those are some of my best captain choices for the coming week. I don't feel like I should bring in anyone so urgent in my team. Maybe if I'm to bring in someone else, it should be a keeper to get a clean sheet against any other team compared to Nick Pope. But if not, I feel I'm good to go for the coming game week. I just want to remind you guys, turn on your notifications, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on anything that we shall be posting. Yeah, we are coming up with a lot of packages in on our handles, YouTube, Twitter. Actually, for those who want to contact us direct, you can even just send us your questions on our Twitter handle. We are going to be sharing the link in the description. And yeah, try to comment, ask anything in our comment section. With that said, I wish you all the best for the coming game week 22, and we shall be doing the same after the game week. Thank you.